In 2000, my wife Beth hit the glass ceiling in her current employer and was looking around for an alternative way to earn a living. At the same time I got retrenched, being both accountants, we moved into the bookkeeping space. We built a business there which was good, was substantial, but was of a limited life cycle because the technology was catching up with the tax. In 2009, we sold that business and we looked for an opportunity in the tax space, and at the same time Adam Perori, who owned SBA internationally, approached us to set up SBA in Australia. We grew that from 2010 to 2013 from 3 of us to 8. We had the right model, just lacked the marketing ability to tap into the frustrated accountants out there, the ones like us who are over 40, who are not unemployable, the ones who have been retrenched and needed to find something else, and those who hit the ceiling and had nowhere else to go within their current organisation. That was our niche, and we developed it, but we hit our own ceiling in our own competence level. By May 2013, we had 7 established franchises, but the number of franchise leads coming, number of franchise closures were non-existent. We just were dead in the water. We couldn't survive long-term on that level of business. We needed to move up. We knew we needed help. We didn't know where to get it from. So we started research. Googled various things, and then from somewhere, someone sent us an email inviting us to a function at Stanford, where we went along, we accepted, we went along, and I was dragged, kicking and screaming, very reluctant. I didn't want to be there. I was arms folded the whole time, listening to this guy. The annoying thing was he made sense. He did really make sense. At the end of the session, I was still thinking value for money, too expensive, no thank you. Beth said, no, we're going to do this. If you don't sign it, I will. So we signed. And I sat down, got out the documentation from Streetsmart again, went through the way we presented, and I rewrote our offer from scratch. Completely rewrote it. I got rid of the accounting ease, I put in marketing ease. And by doing so, the same concepts represented using the Streetsmart concepts resulted in us doubling from 8 to 16 franchises in 12 months. With the results we were getting, at first it was so astounding we didn't have time to think about it. Suddenly we rushed off our feet training the new franchisees. But when we've stood back and looked at what's actually happened, it is absolutely astounding. You know, we went from closing leads at a rate of maybe 3 or 4% to closing leads at a rate of 80%. We reinvested a lot of that cash flow because we saw the real benefit. And we are still changing our business model today using Streetsmart knowledge base, using the Streetsmart coaches, because we know it works. Now, I was the biggest skeptic going. I said earlier on, I was Mr. I ain't going to buy this. I was forced to buy it by she who thinks she ought to be obeyed. But what I have now is for every dollar we put in, we've got $8 to $10 back in the bottom line of the business. Now that is gold, and we're going to continue using this. You know, the people who come to Streetsmart, they're not the norm, they are the exception. They're the people who are going to grow something. Most business owners exist. Very few grow. And what Streetsmart are teaching me is to continue that conversion, to continue that process. And I make no bones about it, I'm now being seen by my franchisees more as the marketing guru, by my clients as a marketing guru. It's actually quite an exciting process.